2 points a game. Robinson will jump against Carnes, and we are underway. Oglethorpe will control. Malachi Dooley going to bring the ball across, and we'll set up, and Brevard College going to come out in man-to-man. They're fronting Robinson, and actually now it looks like they're going to drop into a morphed kind of matchup 2-3 zone. Robinson underneath, they're going to double him immediately. He's going to head fake, go up with it, and strong off the window for the first basket of the game for Perry Robinson. Robinson, again, a guy who is leading the team in scoring, shooting right now 61% from the floor. It's going to be a lot of good action. And Oglethorpe going to open in man-to-man. Three ball going to come from the outside and going to be knocked up and good. Carson Evans, who last year against Oglethorpe absolutely lit it up. He knocks one in from downtown in an early 3-2 lead for the Tornadoes. Uba going to take it, hand it off to Kemp. Kemp to Kemp. Little pump fake. Uba with it at the key. He's going to fire a three. And that's going to be off the back iron and no good and bounce out of bounds. Uba on the season struggling right now from the three-point land. 3 for 20 coming into the game. Although if you know Uba Zigbo, when big moments come, he steps up and makes huge plays, and Philip Ponder immediately goes 2-3 zone against Brevard. Ball going to be dumped underneath. Evans going to head fake drive in, kick outside, three ball up, and that's going to be off the back rim, rebounded by number 13. That's going to be Charlie Hester, who misses. He rebounds again. Another three ball on the way, no good. And Kemp, Jackson Kemp, going to come up with a rebound and going the other way for Oglethorpe. Little matchup action right now for Brevard. Uba going to drive in. They're going to look for Perry Williams underneath. Skip pass across. Kemp from downtown. That's going to be off the back rim and no good, and a rebound from Quincy Carter, who's going to sprint the other way for the Tornadoes. Talked to Coach Ponder a bunch during the offseason. Likes his team. Thinks they are going to be a little bit better than they were a year ago. The addition of Robinson and Pumpian, a couple of guys that come in as transfers who could really add to the offensive side, and there's going to be another three ball up and good for Quincy Carter. And right now the 2-3 zone, the matchup, they are not getting out on shooters quick enough. And a couple of threes for the Tornadoes in an early 6-2 lead. Dooley going to drive in, kick it back out to Williams. He has that ball knocked away, able to retrieve it. Sizing up the defender. Going to back down in, jump shot up, off the back rim and no good. Really good defense there by number 11, Kayvon Horton. Kind of held his ground against Perry Robinson. It would not allow Perry to really make that move and kind of held him to a long contested foul line jumper. 2-3 zone, sort of matching up out of it, trapping in the corners, making Brevard set their offense a long way, and Uba Zigbo able to come up with a steal. That's what you want to do in the 2-3 zone. Make them skip the ball across and try to throw it over defenders. And Uba Zigbo, super athletic at 6'3". They try to feed the ball down into Robinson, and that's knocked away by Horton. First substitution, Dylan Pumpian going to check into the game. A 6'1" guard out of Marietta, Georgia. Watched him during fall camp, and number 15 can flat out shoot it. So he's going to come off screens, and he will be able to knock some down. He's going to inbound that to Dooley. A little bit smaller lineup as Robinson checks out. Going to force Brevard to play a little bit different. Kemp going to drive in, have that one rejected by Horton. Kemp takes a spill in the backcourt. Brevard's got numbers if they want. Mason able to get back into the play, and they'll set up back in the 2-3 zone. A little more size with Mason up top. Three ball on the way, off the side rim. Jackson flies in, and the ball skips off of him and rebounded there. Once again by Jaden Carnes. Carnes comes in leading them in scoring at over 11 points a game. They're going to get him right down in the middle, and they've got Uba sitting in the center position, and another three up and good for Carson Evans. They're going to have to close out on shooters a little bit better as Brevard's settling into a rhythm right now. Evans a year ago had some good performances against the Stormy Petrels. Kemp going to drive in, take that one up, no good. Battle for the rebound, that's going to be off the mark and taken again by Horton. Another 3-ball on the way. That's going to go back rim, and Kemp going to come up with the rebound and kick it to Dooley, and Oglethorpe going the other way. Offense is kind of grinded to a halt here. Perry Robinson had an early basket, but that was it. Carson Evans in one of the games a year ago had 12, and there's a 3-ball up and good for Uba Ezigbo. Evans in the other one had 20, including 6 of 10 from downtown. 9-5 your score, 15:03 to go here in the first half. Remember, it is 2 halves for men's college basketball. Ball's going to be knocked away by Pumpian and stolen by Kemp, who's going to throw it into the backcourt. And because it was stolen, the shot clock will reset. You can see the officials say, hey, that was possession enough for Kemp. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. First media timeout, 14:48 to go here in the first half. Oglethorpe trailing Brevard 9-5 on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Back here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network, Oglethorpe trailing 9-5 early on. Brevard taking advantage of the 3-ball right now. 3 of 7 from downtown. All 3 of their field goal makes have been out from outside the arc. But something you like to see, Uba Ezigbo knocking down a 3. Uba will come in, Perry Robinson will check back in for Mason Kemp and immediately come up with a steal on an errant pass. And Perry at 6'6", gliding into the front court before he's picked up. And Brevard going to go man-to-man. Dooley super explosive at point guard. Pumpian can absolutely shoot the rock. Robinson is a double-double machine down on the block. And you can see Brevard, sort of an amoeba defense. Uba going to drive in, scoop that one up with one hand, no good. Perry Robinson battles, comes up with the rebound, power dribbles up and in and off the glass for 2. And that's what Perry Robinson's able to bring to you, as a guy that can flat out just go jump and go get a ball. Second shot, third shot opportunities, and the Petrels back in it at 9-7. Horton with the ball up top, going to kick it to Carnes, back around to Carter. Got to get on Evans, make him drive in, and that's really good defense from Pumpian, but unfortunately Evans comes up with the offensive rebound, the stick-to-itiveness, and pops it back up and in for an 11-7 lead. See Uba yelling out elbow is going to be the play call here. They're going to look right to Robinson at the foul line. See if he'll go to work. Spin dribble off the front of the rim. And off the other way is going to go Brevard. And that one's going to be hammered home from Quincy Carter. Holy cow. He got up in one hand, jammed that one. Robinson back the other way. Thought he got fouled. No call. He will get fouled this time. But Carter, I thought Malachi Dooley, who is super explosive as a point guard, was going to come from behind and get the chase down block. I didn't know Carter had that one up in him, and he rose the ladder and thunder dunked that one. For 2 points going the other way. Robinson now going to step in and shoot some free throws. First one up and good. Robinson shooting 84% from the line on the year. And you can see the difference having a Perry Robinson underneath with that size. His ability to just command a double and triple team. Substitution going to come in, Mark Asari, 6'1" guard out of Atlanta. Super athletic as well. Watched him during fall camp really get after it. Coach Ponder really likes some of the young kids and the transfers he's brought in. Robinson's second free throw rattles around and no good. 13-8 your score with 13:09 to go. And Asari now going to pick up, and they go man-to-man at this point, kind of switching everything. 3-ball on the way. That's going to be off the back iron and no good. Robinson flying in, and they're going to call a foul on Pumpian. Reaching in. Robinson flew in to get the rebound on the long three. First time Oglethorpe had gone man-to-man. Number 30 subs into the game, Sly White for the Tornadoes. It looks like now they're going to drop back into the 2-3 zone, sort of matching it up. Pumpian running around crazy at the top. Asari doing the same, trapping in the corner. Going to make Brevard really work this ball around. Foul line is your friend. And they're going to get a shot clock violation. That's really good defense out of Oglethorpe. I wasn't even paying attention to the shot clock, but you could just see Brevard a little bit hesitant, really didn't get the ball down in the painted area, and they were able to go up and get a shot clock violation and a 13-8 lead right now for the Tornadoes. Asari going to bring it up. He's going to have that one ripped away by number 3, Charles Reed, who checked into the game. Reed got the steal and now has the ball up at the head of the key. Going to drive in with his left hand, get a high screen from White. Kick it over in the corner for Horton. Horton going to drive in. He's going to have that one stripped away by Pumpian. Carnes has it go right back to him in the foul line jumper. Up and good. Sloppy ball right now for Oglethorpe. Offense not ready, and Uba going to come back and fire a 3. That's going to be off the mark. Saved by Kemp, and he throws it off of Sly White. Good job by Jackson Kemp. 11:51 to go here in the first half. 15-8, Brevard with the lead. We'll pause now on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. And we're back on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. 15-8 your lead for Brevard. Early on, it's been the Carson Evans show. Carson with 8 points on the day. Perry Robinson with 5, and Uba Zigbo, the only 2 Stormy Petrels to score so far. It's Asari, Kemp, Pumpian, Robinson, and a Zigbo in the game. Uba with a little push shot, going to come up short on that one. And rebounded by Carnes, and Brevard going to come the other way. Charles Reed with it. They have Carnes in, also checking in number 32, Chauncey Watson for the first time, and number 15, Jeremy Posner. Posner going to come up and fire a 3 and knock it down, and it's an 18-8 lead right now for Brevard. 3-ball, the friend of the Tornadoes as of right now. Robinson going to set a high screen. And again, they are doubling immediately. Pumpian can fire. He's going to have that one go off the back rim and no good. You can see Brevard's idea right now, and they're going to get a carry. Posner tried to go over top of the defender and absolutely carry the ball over his shoulder. Dooley going to check back in now for Asari. Dooley rocking a little bit different haircut this year. Low fade. Looking good. Kemp, Pumpian, Robinson, and a Zigbo. Zigbo going to get it at the foul line. They're going to double team Uba, and Uba just drives right past him. That's the strength of Uba, Zigbo. He gets it at that foul line area, and when he puts his shoulder down, there's nobody going to stop Uba from getting to the basket. Oglethorpe now going to switch back man-to-man. White with it up at the top. Posner again from downtown and knocks a second 3 in, and they may need to close out on number 15. He looks like he's got a lot of confidence shooting the rock, and it's 21-10 for the Tornadoes. Dooley with the ball. Keep looking for Rob. They are literally triple teaming Perry Robinson. This is a chance for Uba to work. Again, at the foul line. Going to use that strength. Back down. Foul line jumper up and good. And again, this is going to be, if they're going to double team Perry Robinson, Uba's got to go to work. And that's back-to-back baskets for Uba. Defensively, though, you got to lock in and stop the three ball. Brevard is knocking down threes like hotcakes. Posner 2 for 2. Evans has hit a couple. Difference in the ball game right now is the three ball. A lot of backdoor cuts, as you can see from Brevard. 4 on the shot clock, 3 launched up. That's going to rim in and out. Jackson Kemp going to come down with a rebound and kind of glide this one into the front court. Pumpian has it. Looked for Robinson. They had Robinson for the first time kind of one-on-one and missed him again. Pumpian going to head fake, drive by, and he finds Perry, who has that one stripped away from behind, and they're going to call a foul on Charles Reed. All the people dressed in Brevard blue to the right of me not really happy with that call, but able to find Perry Robinson down inside. Set the check in, Christian Williams. Watch when Christian plays. You want to talk about an electric shooter. Rotation a little bit different on the basketball, but Christian can flat out shoot it. He's only 2 for 8 from downtown this year, but I watched him during fall camp just flat out light it up. Robinson free throw up and good. Lead cut to 8, 21-13. Difference right now is literally the three-point shot. 8 of 16 from the field, 5 of 11 from downtown for Brevard. Oglethorpe's hit just 1. Perry Williams now with back-to-back free throws. Perry Robinson. Free throws good, and it's 21-14. Got a football score here at a basketball game. Man-to-man now out of Oglethorpe. A lot of dribble handoff action and down screens that Brevard's running. They're going 4 and 5 out most of the time, and they're going to backdoor cut. And Posner, third basket already off the bench. Uba going to get it, drive down in and do what he does best, scoop, and no good. He missed with the left hand. 23-14 your score. They're going to call a foul underneath on season average. Checking in now is going to be number 12. Jaden Carnes coming back in. Checking out is 13, Charlie Hester. Rob Reisman going to check in for the first time. You want to talk about the Energizer Bunny. Watch number 23 out here and the effort that he'll give on the defensive side of the ball. Super athletic, super long, can jump out of the gym. Three ball on the way for Brevard, and that one's up and good. Chauncey Watson on a little step back triple. Three ball for Williams, no good. Robinson up with it, and he's going to get a putback. So an offensive rebound and putback for Perry Robinson. Christian Williams fired the three. Posner again, and this one is going to come up airball city. Another three for Brevard off the back of the rim. Got to rebound the basketball. Robinson contests, and he's going to come up and get that rebound. As Quincy Carter had flown past everybody and tried a little reverse, and no good. Rob Reisman with the ball now up top. Super athletic, kicks it over to Kemp, who's going to drive and fake. He's going to shoot the little runner in the lane, and good. Mason Kemp with a little push shot to cut it to 8, and it's 26-18. Reed bringing the ball across, kicking over to Carter. Backdoor cut, and they're going to throw that one away. Jaden Carnes was looking backdoor for Charles Reed. Pass went out of bounds. We'll take a timeout on the floor. The under 8 media timeout. There's 7:25 to go here in the first half. It's 26-18 Brevard on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. We welcome inside the building tonight the Storm Angels Cheer Squad. Back on the Oglethorpe Sports Network, John Michaels. Give me a follow at John Michaels U on social media. Right now, Perry Robinson leading the way with 9. Uba Zigbo with 7. They've got 16 of the 18 for your Stormy Petrels. Carson Evans with 8, Jeremy Posner with 8, and Quincy Carter with 5 for Brevard. Right now, your team stats, it's shooting percentage, 47.5 for Brevard and just 35% from the floor. A 5-make differential in the 3-ball, and that's the difference in the game right now. Checking in for the first time, number 20, Brent Smith going to come into the game. Dooley going to drive in, look backdoor, and he's going to miss Rob Reisman cutting. Dooley thought Rob was sitting there for a jumper. Rob was cutting backdoor to try to get a layup, and a miscommunication and a turnover, and the Tornadoes will come back the other way. Reisman got thrown to the ground. They didn't call it. Tornadoes missed a wide open Chauncey Watson down on the block. 9 on the shot clock. And they're going to call, that's a ticky-tack foul called on Mason Kemp. Be honest, I thought Charles Reed slipped to the ground. That's a bailout with 4 on the shot clock. Just a 3rd team foul for Oglethorpe. 6:38 to go. It's 26-18. Ball going to be inbounded to Carnes. Lefty 3 on the way. Off the back iron, no good. Look at Brent Smith. He is built like a linebacker, and he just comes in there. He comes in there and just yanks a rebound out of there, and they're going to get a foul called. Maybe a makeup call by the officials on Charles Reed. I didn't agree with either one of the calls, so I don't get any calls from the D3 officiating crew who gets mad when I have things to say. 26-18. Reisman with the ball up top. Williams going to fire to Kemp. 3-ball off the mark, no good. Rob comes flying in, and they're going to call that one off of Brevard. Good effort by Rob Reisman. I told you, he is the Energizer Bunny out here on the floor. Young man out of Gainesville, Georgia. 6'3" junior, super athletic. Smith going to have it inbounded to him and lose it. And now it's going to be a 3-on-1 opportunity. Look who comes from behind, though, with the poke away. Reisman with the energy and the effort. Certain things you can coach and teach. Certain things are just inside the Valentine, and that's what Rob Reisman will give you. Smith going to check out. Williams going to check out. Robinson and a Zigbo back in. Good minutes there out of Williams. Same thing for Brent Smith. Told you, Brent could play linebacker for somebody. So could Uba. Kemp going to play some defense down low. 13 on the shot clock. Carnes with the dribble handoff. And they're going to call a foul on Dooley. Carter turned the corner and tried to go up with the lefty layup. And now Jackson Kemp going to check back in. A couple of subs coming in for Brevard as well. Going to get Evans as well as Hester checking back in. First free throw up and off the front rim. Oglethorpe crowd trying to get into this one a little bit. (26-18) still your score. Our PA announcer, who I've got to get up here one of these games to talk to, cheering on the crowd. Carter's second free throw up and good, and it's a 9-point lead for Brevard. Dooley going to bring it across, gives it over to Kemp. Again, double and triple team. A little bit, there's nobody over on the left side of the floor to kind of give you spacing. Kemp going to drive in, kick to Uba, 3-ball on the way. That's going to be short, and they're going to say it hit the scoreboard. Uba had that one just come off the front rim, and Malachi was going to tip that in for a lay-in. And unfortunately, they said it was off the scoreboard. Oglethorpe staying man-to-man. Tornadoes kind of going 5 out right now. Last person you want to leave open. Evans misses, thank goodness, off the back rim, and Mason Kemp going to bring it back across the other way, pass to his brother Jackson. Skips it across to Dooley. Dooley's three on the way and good. Malachi with a three to cut the lead to 6. Much improved three-point shooter from a year ago. Had no fear shooting that one. Five out with some backdoor action working. Carter with it. A couple of tornadoes in the same area. Hester going to drive in against Robinson. Probably not what you want to do. Kicks it back out to Evans, who's picked up by a Zigbo. 4 on the shot clock. Carter going to drive in. Scoop that one up and in. Really good job there by Quincy Carter playing through contact. Dooley coming back the other way. Uba, and they're going to get Uba for a travel. Uba wasn't really happy with that one because Carter kind of slapped the ball and it ended up going off the face of a Zigbo. Carter giving Brevard a spark right now with 8 points. They've got balanced scoring. Evans with 8, Posner with 8, and Carter with 8. Robinson with 9, and Zigbo with 7, and Dooley with 3. 29-21 with 4:07 to go. We'll have another under timeout and a steal there, and it goes right back to Carnes. Kemp had the steal, and the ball went right to Carnes. They're going to go to Hester, who's going to fire a 3. That's going to be off the front rim. Jackson Kemp skying for the rebound. He's going to push it the other way. You can see the Tornadoes' defensive strategy against Perry Robinson. We're not going to allow him to get the ball in the post one-on-one. Uba going to get it. Couple of spin moves. Flips that one up and in. And Uba Zigbo aggressive early on today, leading the way with 9 points. Saw a matchup that he liked against Quincy Carter, who's just 6'1" out of Decatur, Georgia. Uba goes 6'3", and there's a steal the other way. Mason Kemp comes up with the steal. And Oglethorpe kind of scooting this one across. Uba thought about a 3, didn't do it. Again, Brevard is basically doubling Robinson and daring everybody else to beat him. Kemp from downtown, that's going to be up and good. Dooley finds Kemp over on the other side, and Jackson knocks down a 3, and the lead is now down to 3 for the Tornadoes. Oglethorpe's got to make Brevard pay for doubling Robinson even when he doesn't have the ball, and that's what they're doing right now. Another 3-ball up, and that's good. You got to close out on Carson Evans. Run him off the line at all cost. So that's now his 3rd 3 of the day. Kemp with a 3, no good. And no call. Perry Robinson was just shoved out of bounds. And the referee looked at him and go, I don't see anything. Perry fights back and comes up with the tip for the rebound. Kemp going the other way, and they're going to call a foul, and that's absolutely right. Jackson came flying in. He got whacked across the arm by Charlie Hester. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. 2:23 to go here, and Perry Robinson having a conversation with the official saying, wait a second, I had a 2-hand shove in the middle of my back. I go flying out of bounds, and you call nothing. I had that happen yesterday at Discovery High School as my son got shoved in the back twice, and the referee saw nothing. He literally got shoved to the ground on a fast break, and they saw nothing. We'll take a timeout on the floor. 32-26, Tornadoes in front on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. And we're back here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Stormy Petrel's trailing 32-26 to the Tornadoes of Brevard. Right now leading the way, Uba Zigbo, uber aggressive today with 9 points. Perry Robinson underneath, 3 of 6 from the floor. He's got 9 points to go along with 4 rebounds. Jackson Kemp has got 5 rebounds already on the day, and he's going to step in and make the first of 2 free throws. Difference in the game, and I keep harping on it because it's really what the difference of this game has been, is simply the three-point shot going down for Brevard. 7 of 18 from the three-point line. Oglethorpe just 3 of 11, so you're talking about a 12-point differential on the three-point line, and Brevard out-rebounding Oglethorpe 19 to 13. That really tells the story. Evans has been fantastic. I remember him from a year ago. He's got 11, including 3 threes. But it is 32-28. Oglethorpe has battled back from a 10-point deficit to cut it down to 4. Posner might have got away with a walk there up top. They run Evans off the three-point line, and that is string music for Carson Evans. That kid can flat out shoot the rock. Did a good job getting him off the three-point line. He knocks down about a 17-foot pull-up jumper. Uba 3, off the mark. Saved by Kemp. Dooley has that one blocked and out of bounds. Good job by Mason Kemp. Uba just off on the three-point shot. .137 to go here in the first half. It is 34-28. Pumpian back in the game. He's going to inbound it to a Zigbo. Posner wearing him like a cheap suit on the defensive side. Kemp with it up at the top. He's going to head fake, go behind his back, drive in, and have that one stripped away. That one was stolen by number 25, R.J. Johnson, who's going to give it up, and Karn's going to go the other way for a layup. So a strip turns into a fast break basket, and it's now back to 8 for Brevard with 1:12 to go. Really important minute 12 to try to close this out with some sort of run and cut this maybe under 5. Kemp going to drive in. He's going to be hammered out of bounds. Posner whacked him across the body, and Jackson will go the other way with a chance to shoot a couple of free throws. Jackson before today had not attempted a free throw. Made his first 2 early. That one's going to be up and good. Very pure looking shot for Jackson Kemp out of Roswell. Him and his brother Mason. Kemp going to check out Robinson back in. 7-point lead for the Tornadoes. Second one up and good. Got to get the ball out of Evans' hand. Pumpian defending up top. Johnson, that's a travel, and he turns it over anyway. Robinson comes away with it. Perry going to get it, drive in, and have that one knocked away, and they're going to call a foul on that as well. Got to love where Perry Robinson's head was. At 6'6", I'm the biggest guy on the court. I'm just going to go right at somebody and put it in the officials' hands, and that's exactly what they did. First free throw up and good for Perry. Able to knock that one in. (36-31) the score. Reisman is going to check in. I think he's checking in for the shooter. Robinson has that one go off the mark. And they're going to call a lane violation, which is crazy. Oglethorpe only had one person in the lane, and that was Uba Zigbo. And there was a lane violation, I believe, on number 11, Kaven Horton. That's going to give Robinson, an 84% free throw shooter, another opportunity to put points on the board for Oglethorpe with the clock stopped. 36-31 the score. Oglethorpe is in the bonus, for whatever that means at this point, with 45 to go. Second free throw now up and good. So that's a point. Let's put that one down and see if that one matters a little bit later on in the game. 36-32. 24 on the shot clock, 37 on the game clock. Got to keep Evans off the three-point line. Kemp needs to stay attached to Carson Evans. Stay attached to Posner as well, who's got a couple of threes early. Evans going to drive in, and Dooley comes in and strips it away. And we're going to get a timeout for Philip Pondard. 17.2 to go here in the first half. 36-32. We'll stay with you with a 30-second timeout. New assistant coach Ryan Janai over on the sideline. Like the dunks that he's rocking, the black and gold dunks. Had a chance to see Ryan during the AAU circuit. Told me he was going to come on as an assistant coach after playing here, work under Coach Ponder. Great kid. Glad that he has the opportunity. Assistant coach Will Long not here tonight. He's with Discovery High School. He's the freshman coach as well as the assistant coach here. So he's got duties with Discovery High School. Lawrenceville's own, as they're going to be up at Chattahoochee taking on the Hooch. 36-32 here. Robinson, Ozigbo, Kemp, Pumpian, and Dooley going to be in the game. Want to take the last shot here, go into halftime, no worse down than 4. Love to hit a 3 here and go sprinting into the locker room down 1. And there's going to be a shot available as they're going to probably look, and they're going to run Robinson up to the foul line area, kick it over to Kemp. 5 on the shot clock, 5 on the game clock. Dooley going to drive in, scoop that one up, no good, and off the mark, and that's going to end the half. 36-32 going to be your halftime score. Tornadoes with the lead. The first basket of the game, and that's it. Starting 5 back out there, both Kemps, Robinson, Ozigbo, and Dooley. Same 5 that started the game for Brevard as well, and we're underway, and Oglethorpe going to go back. Man-to-man defense, but they are switching everything 1 through 5. Carter going to drive. Got to get Evans off the three-point line. He hit 3 threes in the first half. Hester going to fire from downtown. That's going to be off the back rim. And Perry Robinson skies for that one. My goodness. His hands were above the square. Now he's going to bring it all the way down by himself and look to Uba Ozigbo. Brevard has doubled, and like right now they've got double and triple team on Perry Robinson. Robinson going to get the ball at the foul line, going to drive in. Going to lay that one off the window, and that was just pure strength and athleticism for Perry Robinson. Going to play that one off the window. Finally got it at the high foul line area, and now it's 36-34. Tornadoes going man-to-man. Excuse me. Stormy Petrel's going man-to-man. Got to find Evans. He's been in fuego. He looked for a step-back 3, did not take it. Carter going to drive in and have that one ripped away, but they're going to get a foul on Kemp. Which one of the Kemps? They were both in there. It's going to be on 14. That's going to be Jackson. First team foul. Carter going to go to the line with tied for a second in scoring with 8 points. First free throw up and good. He had an electrifying dunk in the first half where he broke away and just, I didn't know he had it in him to climb the ladder the way that he did, but Quincy thundered that ball in. Second free throw good. Tornadoes back up by 4. Dooley going to bring it across. You can see why Coach Ponder really likes Perry Robinson. In this set, they've got 5 guys on one side of the floor, and you can literally see Brevard just double and they're not even allowing Perry Robinson to touch the ball. Somebody's going to have to make a jump shot. Kemp going to drive in, kick it to Ozigbo. Ozigbo goes foul line, pull up jumper, and that's going to be off the mark. Kemp going to try to save it, and that's going to go out of bounds. 38-34 your lead. Evans going to bring it across. Oglethorpe staying man-to-man. They're going to throw a backdoor to nobody. Looked like they were going for a backdoor cut to Charlie Hester. Karn's pass just kind of skipped through everybody and ends up going out of bounds. And Oglethorpe with 18 to play, going to bring this ball back across. Dooley with it, gets a high screen from Robinson. That set much better. Robinson going to lay that one up and in. I thought he was going to two-hand jam that one. Went and laid it in, but that was a great high-low set from Oglethorpe. They got Ozigbo at the foul line and finally got Robinson in a one-on-one scenario, and nobody for Brevard, a match for Perry. Perry lays that one up and in, and it's a 2-point game. A lot of dribbling right now. Kaven Horton up top. Carter with it. He'll step back with Robinson defending. 5 on the shot clock. Looks up, fires a 3, and string music. That's the second time up against the shot clock that Brevard able to bang one in and extend their lead to 5. Uba a little bit higher up on that one. Kemp with it, going to dribble in. Finds Robinson underneath, and he gets raked and fouled by Carson Evans. You can see a very concerted effort to get Perry the ball here in the second half. He's now up to 15 points on the day. He's also chipped in with 5 rebounds, including 3 on the offensive glass. Free throws coming. Robinson, no problem with the first one, knocks that one in. Both Kemps will now enter the lane area. It's 41-37, 16:57 to go here in the second half. Second free throw up, and that's going to be good as well. It's 41-38, and for the first time, a little 2-2-1 pressure out of Oglethorpe. Just trying to make Brevard a little slower to get into their offense. It'll be interesting. Do they drop back into a 2-3? Well, they get the steal. Dooley gets it. Look out below, Malachi Dooley climbing the ladder with the one-hand jam. I told you Malachi is super explosive with the ball in his hand. And he thunders that one home, and the closest Oglethorpe's been since 3-2. It's now 41-40. 2-3 zone now. Oglethorpe drops back into that when they run Evans off the three-point line, and Kemp taps it away and out of bounds. Crowd exploded when Dooley ran there and thundered that one. And they're going to reset the shot clock. (41-40) with 16:17 to go here in the second half, or the second half, yes. Shot clock reset to 7. Not really understanding what's going on with the shot clock. Three ball on the way. That's going to be off the mark, and Kemp comes up with the rebound. Going the other way. Dooley thought about a 3. Thinks better of it. Is Zigbo going to get it now? Take it from the three-point line, drive in, scoops that one up, no good, and that would have been the first chance for Oglethorpe to have the lead. 41-40, the 2-3 zone is slowed down. The Tornadoes, who were shooting the ball like a tornado, got to get him, Evans, off the three-point line. That's not what you want to do. Oh, and they get lucky as that one rims out, and Jackson Kemp again comes up with the rebound. Kemp going the other way, looking for Robinson, skips it across to a Zigbo, kicks it back out to Mason Kemp, and Oglethorpe will reset. Having a hard time getting Robinson the ball. And as Zigbo drives in, pump fake, and that one rolls around and in. And Oglethorpe, for the first time, has the lead. 42-41. First time they've led since 2-0. Uba Zigbo realizing if they're going to double and triple team Perry Robinson, I got to be able to take over, and he's done exactly that. Skip pass into the corner. Carson Evans from downtown. That one's going to be off the mark. Robinson flies in for the rebound. No good. Carter gets it. Resets a 3. That's going to be off the back rim. And Dooley comes flying in for the rebound. And he's going to save it. There's 3 people on him. He gets it to Robinson. And now it's a 3-on-2. Robinson with the Euro and the lay-in and good. With the left hand off the window. And they're going to call the hoop and the harm for Perry Robinson. 6'6", the ability to Euro in the open court, and it's 44-41, Oglethorpe in front. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. Oglethorpe has stormed out 12-5 here in the second half on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. We're back on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Sorry, I had to take a pause there for a second. My voice is getting weak. Perry Robinson has put this team on his back here in the second half. He's up to 19 points. Electrifying move there in the open court with the Euro and the left-handed lay-in. They called the foul, and now he'll get a chance to shoot a free throw. Free throw up, and that's going to be nothing but the bottom of the net. 45-41, biggest lead of the game for the Stormy Petrels. And they go back to this 2-2-1 pressure. They're just getting Brevard to take their time. They'll trap in the corners, and then they'll drop back into a 2-3 zone. Actually, this time they drop back into man-to-man. Kemp guarding Evans. Hester with it up top. Ball batted away by Kemp. Robinson now up top, playing some defense. Long arms for Perry Robinson. Wrong person they leave open in Evans. That one is off the mark as well. 3 straight misses for Carson Evans, who couldn't miss in the first half. Ozigbo thought about a 3, thought better of it. Mason Kemp back around to Malachi Dooley. Starting 5 still on the floor. They played the entire second half. 12 on the shot clock. Kemp with it. He's going to drive in with the left hand. Look around, kick it back out. Dooley, long 3 up, and that's going to be off the back rim. No good. Robinson skies, and Kemp gets to clean up the miss. Robinson kept it alive, and Jackson Kemp cleaned it up with the reverse lay-in and a 6-point lead for Oglethorpe. Hester now has it. Back to Evans. Evans missed 3 threes in a row, but you still don't want to leave him open because he has no problem shooting it. He has no problem knocking him down. Carter, who's had a really good game for the Tornadoes. Oglethorpe switching everything, and they're going to get called for a foul. Foul going to be on Jackson Kemp with the body. Looks like checking in for the first time is going to be Mark Asari. 6'1" sophomore out of the ATL. He's going to get tasked with guarding Carson Evans. And again, Oglethorpe really switching everything 1 through 5. They worked on this a lot in practice. Carter with a 3, that's teed up and good. And Quincy Carter having a monster game. That's now 16 for Quincy to lead the way for the Tornadoes. Lead now down to 3. Asari going to have it up at the top. High-low action. This one goes under to Robinson again. Off the window and good. And they are just feeding Perry Robinson like they're at a buffet. Every time he has a chance to get the ball underneath, he is getting it and feasting it on double and triple teams. It does not matter. Anybody that has it, they are feasting, and they're struggling with Perry Robinson. And that's a great backdoor cut and lay-in for Jaden Carnes. Robinson with 22 to lead the way. Still a 3-point lead for the Stormy Petrels, 49-46. We'll get the under 12 timeout, the next dead ball. And we get a steal there. Carter rips Asari. Asari plays good defense as Zigbo back with him as well. And Brevard's going to have to come back and reset. Carter missed a layup. Evans going to try to drive on a Zigbo. Carter another 3. All right, Quincy Carter is on fire. Ties this one up at 49 apiece. Back-to-back triples for Carter, who's now got 19 on the day. So we got a duel between Carter and Robinson. Kemp going to drive in, look for his brother, and he's going to get called for a travel. Feet slid, had Asari in the corner, and did not get it to him. Asari a little bit upset he didn't get the pass. Take a timeout on the floor, 11:27 to go. We got a barn burner here at Penholster Court. It's 49-49 between Oglethorpe and Brevard on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. And we're back on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. 11:27 to go in the game. It's 49 apiece. Oglethorpe and Brevard. 17-13 Oglethorpe leads in the second half. But Quincy Carter back-to-back triples to tie this game up. Oglethorpe had stormed to a 6-point lead behind Perry Robinson. Pumpian going to check in now for Mason Kemp. Still Dooley, Ozigbo, and Robinson. Carter, you got to stay on him. They find Carter again. He's going to skip it across. Posner from downtown. That's going to come up short. Rebound taken by number 11, Kayvon Horton. And Brevard will reset. Got to stay on Carter now. Evans out of the game. Horton drives in. Little baseline jumper, no good. And what a putback by Posner, who climbs the ladder and tips it in. It's now 51-49 and an 8-0 run for Brevard. Little different set here. They brought Perry all the way up to the three-point line, and they're going to lob it down into him. He's going to get it. Two-hand layup, good. Perry Robinson is an absolute beast underneath for Oglethorpe, and he ties it at 51. Robinson doing yeoman's work with 24. He's averaging a double-double as is. That ball's going to be off the rim and no good, and it's knocked out of bounds by Ozigbo. Ozigbo and Kemp battle for the rebound. I think there were some Brevard faithful that thought Robinson may have had basket interference as he kind of hit into the net. Nothing was called, and the shot clock will reset at 20. Brevard going to go with Posner. Also in is number 30, Sly White again. 32 is in the game again, Chauncey Watson. 2-3 zone being employed by Oglethorpe. They're going to get down to White. Posner back outside, three ball on the way, and that's good. And that's really good offense. They got an inside pass. They got a foul line extension, kick back out for an open three, and a 54-51 lead for Brevard. Dooley barking out the instructions. Robinson's got a mismatch under if they can find them. Pumpian is yet to find the three ball. Ozigbo thinks about it, spins in and gets raked across the arm. Really good move by Uba with the spin. Posner going to be called for the foul, and Uba's going to get a chance to go shoot a couple of free throws. Second on Posner, third team foul. Uba with a chance to go shoot some free throws. First one up and good. 54-52. Brent Smith going to give Perry Robinson a brief blow. Also checking back in Christian Williams, 6'3" guard out of Swanee. I believe he went to Peachtree Ridge High School. I got one of my AAU players playing over there. My boy Chase Walker, freshman at the Ridge. We'll get a timeout on the floor. 9:23 to go. Oglethorpe down one. It's 54-53. We'll be back on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Back on the Oglethorpe Sports Network, 54-53. We got 9:23 to go. It's going to be Pumpian, Dooley, Williams, Ozigbo, and Brent Smith on the floor. Robinson going to get a brief blow with the Kemp brothers as well, both taking some time. 54-53. Quincy Carter with 19. Perry Robinson leading the way with 24. Smith with the switch. Pumpian trying to guard underneath, and again, they're going to switch out top. Everything is being switched 1 through 5. Carter with a 3, and again, that's 3 threes here in the second half for Quincy Carter. He's not missing. I mean, that ball is hitting nothing but the bottom of the net. Pumpian thought about it. He's going to drive, kick, and turn it over. Carter with the steal. A 4-on-3 opportunity. Williams, and they're going to get a goaltend, and that's one Brent Smith. The ball was going to, they called the foul on Williams. Smith went up to block it. It had already hit the backboard, so now you're going to get basket and one. And that's Perry Robinson going to come right back in, as is Mason Kemp. They've checked in at the scorer's table. And Brevard with a turnover, a 3, and now a 3-point play opportunity, and it's good. It's stormed back to a 7-point lead. Zigbo going to get a blow. 60-53 your score. Oglethorpe just had a 6-point lead. 13-point turnaround in a matter of about 2 minutes. 3-ball and the 3-point play can really change a lot. Dooley going to find Williams. A couple of shooters on the floor. Pumpian can really let that thing go. Dooley going to dribble in, not going to get anywhere. 8 on the shot clock. They're going to have to hurry. 4. Pumpian step back 3. Hits the back rim. I thought that was going to be good, and rebounded, taken by Chauncey Watson. Oglethorpe really going to have to clamp down here defensively. They're going to go underneath and no good, and Robinson takes it from Pumpy and goes, no, give me the rebound. Had the matchup they thought they wanted with Charles Reed. Kemp going to get it, drive in, and scoop that one up and in. Really good there by Mason Kemp with the blow-by. It's 60-55, 7:32 to go. Got to play defense. Oh, and I hope, oh my goodness, I hate to see this. Looked like Posner got tangled up with Dooley and rolled his ankle and goes flying out of bounds. We hope the young man is okay. He's going to get up and kind of limp towards the sideline and now bent over in pain. That right ankle definitely got locked up. 7:27 to go. It's 60-55. We'll take a timeout on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. $7:27 to go here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Brevard 60-55. 4 team fouls for Oglethorpe, 3 for the Tornadoes. 3-ball has really been the friend of Brevard, which is part of the reason they are leading this game. 12 threes to just 3 for Oglethorpe. You're talking about a 27-point differential. Posner make that a 30-point differential. And a 63-58 lead. They are 13 of 31 from downtown. Oglethorpe just 3 of 14. 7 minutes to go. Every possession is going to be huge now. Robinson gets it, and he's going to get fouled. Not happy as he is getting absolutely assaulted under the rim. Zigbo going to check back in for Williams. got to find a way to find the three-point shot, now down 8. Oglethorpe had a 6-point lead, and then it's been 4 3-pointers and an and one, and now a turnover. Layup no good, rebounded by Pumpian. Reed had a breakaway and just missed the left-handed lay-in. Zigbo thinks about it, steps back. Kemp going to get a wide open 3. That one comes off the rim, everything but down. Posner back in the game, kind of limping up and down the court, but he did knock down a 3 to give him an 8-point lead. Reed going to look for him on a backdoor cut. Going to find him coming off the down screen. Back up top to Reed. Carter going to back under against Kemp. Just going to strink that one up and in, and no good. And Zigbo grabs the rebound, and Uba off and running. He's going to have that one stripped from behind. Now down in the paint. Uba gets fouled and tries to make it with a left-handed layup, and no good. But he'll go to the line and shoot 2. That was just brute strength out of Uba Zigbo. 5:55 to go. You like this because you get a chance to score points with the clock stopped. Uba right now with 13. That one's going to be up and in, his 14th point. Checking back in is going to be both the Kemp brothers. So it's Robinson, both the Kemp brothers, Pumpian, and Zigbo on the floor. Carnes back in. Have not seen Evans for a while. Zigbo's second free throw rattles around, no good. Shot clock went right as Mason Kemp was going for the rebound. And with 5:48 to go, it's time to buckle down on defense, and Oglethorpe goes back to the 2-3 zone. Really deep in that zone. Skip pass across, skip all the way the other way. 3-ball for Posner. Got exactly what they wanted, and Pumpian comes up with the rebound and then turns it over. Throws it right away and gives up a layup. Chauncey Watson grabbed it, laid it in. Pumpian with a turnover that he would like to have back. He had just cut it to 7 and had possession. Robinson begging for the ball. Pumpian 3 on the way, and it's good. That's how you make up for it. And back to a man-to-man token pressure, cuts it down to 6. 4:56 to go. They find Carter, and that one gets rejected by Kemp. And Carter, I think, is catching a cramp badly. That calf is cramping up in the worst way. He went to jump for that one. And again, early in the season, you will see some stuff like this with cramping, but he grabbed that calf immediately. Hate to see it. Quincy Carter has had a monster game. Had that one rejected by Jackson Kemp. And as soon as he landed, you could see that left leg completely lock up. He's able to get up and walk off under his own power. He's probably going to find some Gatorade, find somebody to help him stretch. He's going to go over to the medical facility. 65-59, possession arrow Oglethorpe. Both teams have 4 team fouls. Oglethorpe with 3 timeouts, 2 for Brevard. Pumpian, both the Kemp brothers, Zigbo and Robinson, 3 on the way for Posner, and he literally just said, "Get me the ball," as he knocks down another 3. Jeremy Posner off the bench, letting it go as Zigbo thought about the 3. Going to drive in, use the body, and lay it up and in. And they call an offensive foul. That is a horrible call. Absolutely horrible call by the officiating. They said Uba used the off arm. Posner sold it as he went flying out of bounds. That was just Uba's bigger and stronger than anybody on the floor. And they call an offensive foul, and it's now a 9-point game. A little bit of desperation time for Oglethorpe. Token 2-2-1 pressure. got to find a way to get Brevard off the three-point line. That is literally the difference in the ball game. Another three up, off the back rim, and an offensive rebound. 14 threes to 4 for Oglethorpe. That is a difference of 30 points at the three-point line in a 9-point game. A game that Oglethorpe at 1 point led. Another three on the way, no good. Kemp going to come up with a rebound, and Oglethorpe now going to have to get on the offensive. Down 9. Kemp going to dribble down into the foul line area, look back for his brother. Robinson being doubled and triple teamed. Kemp to Kemp, three ball on the way and no good, but Mason grabs the rebound, kicks it to Jackson, who now is going to have to reset. They're going to skip it across to Zigbo. He's going to drive in and he's going to get fouled. Try to go with a lay-in. We'll get a timeout on the floor. Uba's going to shoot free throws when we get back. Oglethorpe needs them all. They're down 68-59 here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. .314 to go here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Uba Zigbo with a couple of free throws. Oglethorpe down 9. Need all of these. Announcers jinx again. That one's going to come up short. Second one up, and that's going to be good. 68-60. You need stops, turnovers, and they go man-to-man pressure. Brevard going to get it across on the hop, and now they're going to back out and try to bleed clock. Up 8, got to be solid on defense. Don't want to foul. Oglethorpe is in the bonus. Brevard wants to shoot the three. Gamble there by Kemp, just missed. Jump shot taken on the way and good. Really good offense. Kayvon Horton with the step-back jumper, and it's a 10-point lead with 2:46 to go. Uba going to fire a three and just rim it out. These are shots a year ago Uba just did not miss, and right now just not the iron unkind, and it's a 10-point lead with 2:31 to go. As I mentioned, Brevard won both matchups last year. Three ball on the way from Posner. That was not the shot his coach would want. KK Horton not going to want that one. I'm sorry, KK Horton. Robinson gets it. Two-handed thunder jam. My goodness. 70-62. They're now going to trap in the corner and get exactly what they want. Could have got an illegal screen there on Posner. .12 on the shot clock, down 8. You need a stop. They're going to get a poke away by Pumpian. Subbing back in, Quincy Carter. Good to see that young man okay after he cramped up a little bit early on. 5 on the shot clock. Be solid with 1:34 to go. Probably get if you can get a stop and a score, then exactly what you're going to get from there is going to be a timeout from Coach Ponder to try to set something. Way too easy for Horton. KK Horton going to have that one rim around and no good. Robinson grabs a rebound, and they're going to have to go on the hop now. Zigbo going to drive in. You need some threes. Kemp going to head fake and drive to the basket, use the body, and he's going to get fouled. He'll be fouled by 32, Chauncey Watson. And again, you'll have a chance here to score with the clock stopped. Mason Kemp going to try to knock these in. First one good. 7-point game. 1:18 to go. Pumpian going to check out. Dooley going to check back in. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. Coach Ponder going to call one. We'll take one with him. 70-63 with 1:18 to go here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Back here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network, Mason Kemp with another free throw. With a chance to cut this lead to 6. Don't want to play the foul game just quite yet. Would love to try to get a turnover. Free throw good. It's now 6. Reisman going to check in. Really good defender. They're going to do some face guarding here and go straight man-to-man pressure. And now they're going to trap Carter in the corner. He's going to get it out. And Brevard going to get it across. Carter going to hold it. Reisman going to pick him up. With 20 on the shot clock, 48 would be left on the game clock if they walk it all the way down. Don't have to play the foul game yet, but you have to get a stop. And you have to get a rebound. That's where we're at this point in the game. Horton going to drive in and have it stripped away by Reisman. Reisman going to kick it ahead to Kemp. Kemp going to catch it. He's going to lay it up and in with the left hand. There's 45 and a half to go, and Oglethorpe's cut it to 4. And they're going to trap immediately, and Zigbo knocks it out of bounds. Reisman doing exactly what he can do, play defense. Now you play the foul game. If you can get a stop or a steal, you get exactly what you want. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. We'll reset. Oglethorpe would be in the bonus, and so would the Tornadoes on the next foul. 4-point lead with 44.3 to go in the game. 44.3 to go in the game. 29 on the shot clock. So this is one you can ill afford to allow the clock to go all the way down. You cannot have that happen. So what you got to have happen now is you're going to go for a steal. If you don't get a steal, you foul. Doesn't matter who you foul. You just have to foul and put them on the line and see if they can go make free throws. If they can make free throws, then you go the other way and you're going to try to hit a 3-point shot. Looking at the guys that are on the floor, you've got 32 in the game. That is going to be Chauncey Watson. He's 4 of 7 from the foul line. If he touches it, you probably foul him. Charles Reed shoots 69%. You wouldn't mind fouling him. Carnes, you don't want to touch at 1,000. Quincy Carter's 81% and Charlie Hester at 82. KK Horton going to inbound it. He is just 3 of 10 from the line on the year. And they do not call an offensive foul. Carter absolutely shoved Dooley to the ground. They did not call it. This is where you need to pick up a foul. They get a trap, and they're going to get a timeout called. The possession arrow was for Oglethorpe. You had the trap in the corner for Watson, and Watson able to get a timeout, 30 seconds. So there's 35.9 to go. There's 21 on the shot clock, 35-9 on the game clock, down 4. Oglethorpe is in the bonus. Next foul would put Brevard in the bonus. Thought Quincy Carter got away with a push-off in the backcourt. It was not called. Probably going to have to go now where you pick up a foul immediately when this one goes in. Then you have to play the free throw game. Again, if KK Horton gets the ball, statistics at 3 of 10 from the foul line means that's the guy you want to foul. But Horton will be the guy inbounding the ball and probably will not get the ball back. Everybody else on the floor for Brevard can shoot free throws. Carter going to get it. He's going to throw it over. And you got to foul at this point, and they finally do. Dooley fouls. The last person you wanted to foul was Quincy Carter. Sorry, that was the last one. Now you will have the bonus in the next situation. So 28-9. As soon as this is in, if you don't get an immediate steal, you must foul. Reisman guarding the ball. Carter going to go into the backcourt. And they're going to call a foul. Now, Zigbo got a clean strip, and they called him for the foul. And Carter going to go the other way and shoot free throws. Pumpian going to check in for Reisman most likely. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Carter going to go to the line. Chance to put them up 6. Either way, it's a 2-possession game. First free throw for Carter up, and it's no good. And Zigbo runs it down. 25 to go, do not need a 3. Zigbo going to drive in, and they call nothing. And he gets absolutely whacked underneath. And again, no call by the officiating crew. Coach Ponder is not happy at all. Uba is livid. They foul Carter, and he's going to go the other way and shoot 1-and-1. Oglethorpe had their opportunity. Zigbo thought he got fouled at worst. Would have gone to the line to cut it to 2. Carter with the free throw opportunity. It's going to be up and good. First one up and good. Carter's had a really good game, leading the way with 23 points. 18-3 to go. Second free throw from Carter up, and that's going to be off the rim. Robinson grabs it. You got to go on the hop with 17, and you need a 3-ball. Dooley bringing it across. He's going to drive. Kick it back to a Zigbo. Bad pass. Uba going to turn it over. Kemp actually picks it up. 7 seconds left. Uba with a long 3. That one's going to be blocked in the quarter, and Carter's going to come out of there, and Brevard, with 1.4 to go, is going to have this one go the way of the Tornadoes. We're going to get a timeout with 1.4 to go. Really tough loss here for Oglethorpe. Had opportunities down the stretch. The difference simply was the 3-point line tonight. 14 of 36 for Brevard. Oglethorpe just 4 of 19. 21%. They did outscore Brevard from the foul line 18-5. But when you're losing 30 points at the 3-point line, you actually played really well. You outshot them from the field overall. Came back and cut down the rebounding edge, but just could not overcome the 3-point shot. Great day for Perry Robinson again, 26 points and 8 rebounds. Jackson Kemp with 11 and 8. Uba chipped in with 15, but just 5 of 17 from the floor and 1 of 7 from downtown. Tough one is Oglethorpe unable to get anything from the bench, just 3 points from Dylan Pumpian. Only bench scorer. Robinson going to get one to go up and in, and that's going to make it academic. Your final score, 71-68. Perry Robinson will finish with 28 on the day.